Now that's gonna hurt. Now that's gonna hurt. See, I like having such fun, but not so much. Not to the point where it becomes all right, back at it. I told you we're gonna pick up from where we stopped last night, and lo and behold, we are back. It is 97% on the battery, and we have 0.3 on the odometer. So it means we're starting all over. And we're still gonna be doing the same route, okay? I mean, if you guys been following the channel, I made a video yesterday where it was kind of like a failed video, right? Where I had to abruptly stop the entire range test because of storm. And today, I'm heading back there and hopefully nothing stops us. Yeah, like I said yesterday, before starting the video, I said, there are two things that might stop us from conducting a proper rain test on the Nami Klima. That is storm of some sort, or somehow the automatic eco mode doesn't come on the Nami Klima, because you know, the Nami Klima has this function where when the battery gets depleted to 25%, it automatically changes to eco mode, whereby ensuring that you never get stuck somewhere with an empty battery and you have to be pushing back a 37 kilo scooter back home. And God forbid you are surrounded by hills. By the way, still the same scooter is the Nami Klima. It has a dual 1000 watt motor, 60 volts and 30 amp hour. That's the max version. And by now you should know that the Klima is the least powerful but the most nimble from the Nami lineup, with the Blast being the mid-range-ish kind of Nami scooter, and then the BurnE being the most powerful. It's hard vlogging while you're riding because you're trying to keep everything safe, right? But that's kind of like the part and parcel of content creation. He knows I'm right. He knows he should yield me. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the content as we try to ride at least 80 kilometers, because Nami claims 85 kilometer range, okay? So a 105 kilo guy on the Nami Klima, let's see if we actually come close. You know, you don't have to do exactly that, but I would expect us to at least come close to the claimed range. But how is it gonna go? So I guess we're gonna have to find out the easy way. All right, in case you haven't seen the video from yesterday, then this is the time to catch up. So just a quick recap. The metropolitan area here has a bunch of satellite towns. So you have little towns like Dombova, you have towns like Chelaj, Benjin, Tarovsky, Gure, and with Sosnovyj being the tiniest one from them, right? So with that, you have Katowice being the largest one. Mikołów as well, I guess. Let someone correct me in the comment section if I'm mistaken. And then Mysłowice. So that's where we're heading right now. It's like the closest to Katowice from the south. And then from Katowice, we'll probably arrive to the north, somewhere in Benjin, Chelaj, and then from there back to Dąbrowa, and then from Dąbrowa back to Sosnovyj. And that's how it's going to be. So in case the video started looking a little bit familiar with what you saw last night, it's because I'm going to handle an unfinished business. Oof, and the regenerative braking, my God. It is useful because with regenerative braking, what happens is you get to use your brake pad material a little less than if it were to be mechanical, for instance. And just like that, you're passing cars. And one of the reasons why I will always choose a scooter over a car is situations just like this. See, I don't have to wait in traffic. You deal with that. In your 1.5 ton, if not 2-ton vehicle, I'm cool. And again, so traditional scooter. Scooter again. And we're going up. Ooh. It always pushes you back, and just the smile that it brings is something else. I'm not trying to raise him or anything, but before choosing the Klima, I was gonna go for the bigger brother Blast or BurnE, right? But somebody told me that those might be more powerful, but then they're sluggish. They aren't that much fun, especially if you have to transport it somewhere, Whereas with this, it is lightweight, it is nimble, it climbs pretty good, it's got torque for days. I mean, as a first scooter, it's a no-brainer. And if you remember, that was where we stopped yesterday. I mean, that was where the rain stopped us yesterday. So hopefully we get to complete that mission today. And what I'm looking at right now is as if we're heading towards an express road, probably. I'm not trying to use an express. I'm trying to use the back road. All right. Probably find a way down there, probably. That was the po-po. I missed the road, obviously, but I'm back on track. Now we're moving towards Katowice, and there's gonna be a junction where there'll be this long stretch of road heading towards Katowice, and that way, that was a close one. The rule says 1.5 meters if you're passing tiny vehicles like this. Well, some people just don't adhere to the rules, right? Alrighty. So this is what Misovice looks like. Wait until we get to Katowice. See if we see any difference. All right now, just hope the road, oh no. It's an express road again? Oh no. Oh, okay, it's not express, it's some sort of, it's a, then they're making a movie, or maybe there was it's an accident scene or so. In my kind of road, if you ask me. Kind of busy, but not so busy. And I can see some power plants in the background. So anyway, it's been 14 kilometers so far. I'm in the drive mode. The voltage says 63.8, of course, when you consider sag and all that. All right, 15 kilometers. And the way I'm driving, like I said, I'm not conserving energy, okay? Now that's gonna hurt. Now that's gonna hurt. See, I like having such fun, but not so much. Not to the point where it becomes a cat and dog type race, okay? When I do it, I take a little bit of break so I don't get too overzealous. Anyways. The mid-August humidity. Just taking a little break here before I get going again. So 79% on the battery, and we're just scraping the borders of Katowice. And like I said, I'm not gonna be conserving energy. Why? Because yeah, we're just trying to squeeze out all we can before we run out of battery. And I'll be in S mode, C mode, all kinds of mode. Whatever the road segment calls for is exactly what I'm gonna be doing. I'm not gonna be trying to be conservative or anything like that. So 79% at the time. But you should take into consideration you have this thing called sag, right? Like there's always gonna be battery sag. Like if I turn off this right now, like if I turn this off right now, that's gonna mean the 79 goes straight back up to like 85 or something. Just wondering if it's a normal thing for so-called premium batteries to have sag. So for some reason, we're back to the little town, Sosnowiec, and I'm just gonna try to find my way up to Katowice. There is no way. I believe I probably missed the road once again. So now, let me go take there's a footpath / bike path at the end of this long stretch of road. And then I just join the little quarry, or shall I say, kind of like a fake lake in the local area. Anyway. We got branches hanging down low here, so I gotta be careful with the X4, because otherwise gotta crouch a little bit. For those who can afford traveling, for instance, that's your summer holiday for you right there. Like if I could swim, I'd be there too. I can't swim and I can't afford traveling, so hey, at least they got one. At least they got one on lock. Ooh, and the torque just never gets old. So we just passed Sosnowiec now and heading towards Katowice. And now let me show you what Graminess looks like. Oh, make it? All right. I thought it was gonna turn red on me. And so, here we come, Katowice. See the Graminess around here? Kind of seems as if they get their heating through coal or something. It's just everything just looks grayish and sad. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. And for those who were just tuning in, we're on the Nami Klima, the tiny sibling of the award-winning Nami BurnE and Blast. It's got dual 1,000-watt motors, 60 volts and 30 amp hour battery. So I went for the max version of the Klima, and that's why it has 30 amp hours. Ooh. There's a car coming behind me. And we're heading towards Katowice now. We're almost there. Just, what does the tachometer say? It says 60% battery. Hold on. We've done 32 kilometers so far. And it's at keeping my eye on the road and giving you live stats at the same time. Alrighty, so the red temperature says 65 and the other one says 67. Alright. And those, hello. And those are the perks of riding a scooter, because I don't have to wait in traffic, you know. You deal with that. Now, that's the main reason. If there's any reason other than, you know, trying to be clean, if there's something I can't stand doing, is having to wait in line. It just doesn't mix well with my DNA. I hate it. All right, so do I have a car? Yeah, I got it, but I only use it when I have like you know, a ton of things to carry and maybe 3 to 5 errands at the same time, then of course. And if anybody has a family and with kids or something, then it's a no-brainer, right? But if you're a bachelor or childless or something, you don't really need a car like that. You don't. You think you do. At 56 barrier percentage, we've done 34.9. Just to make life easier, that's 35 kilometers. Kind of like in the Kukurin's range. Someone said we're probably gonna get somewhere between 60, like realistically, something around 40 for someone of my weight, right? But we'll find out. But so far, things kind of looking a little bit shaky because it's 34 and we're 56. Are you trying to tell me that I can still do twice what I've done so far? I am in huge doubt. Kind of like a local creep. And in case you don't know, that's my first love right there. First it was bike, and then scooter. Who knows? I might end up getting a sport bike or something. And just because my battery says 56 and that I've covered 35 kilometers doesn't mean that the next 56 is gonna cover the next 35 kilometers. Just doesn't work that way. I mean, I wish it worked that way. The thing is, the more you have in your battery, the less you use. Kind of counterintuitive, right? You would have thought it was gonna be the other way. Well, it's not. Just doesn't work that way. It never does. Actually, let me tell you one thing. You could save a ton of energy by slipstreaming. It's like an old cycling technique, right? Where you hide behind a relatively large vehicle in front of you. So you take up all the space, all the vacuum, while you just hide within that vacuum. Oh, and Lord, they talk. Check Google once again. Alright, well, track, just need to keep following this Zwycięstwo road till I get to the very top, and that will be Chelach, and then take your right, and I'll be back to Sosnowiec. So on the dash we have 49% battery so far, and it says 41 kilometers. Oh. But whatever it does so far is past Kukurin anyway, so and the ride quality, so it's just night and day compared to Kukurin G3 Pro, which isn't a bad scooter, especially from this cost standpoint. It's not a bad deal. It's just, you know, there are levels to this shit. Oh, that's the C mode. whenever you're in C mode, just don't forget to crouch a little bit. Crouch a little bit and probably you'll be able to squeeze out just a tad, few kilometers probably. And now I'm familiar with this area. And cars, you can see, they're so nervous. They're not trying to get beat by a scooter, especially somebody like me. And guys, please don't try this at home. So far, we got 48 kilometers and the battery says 38%. What I'm trying to do is just get to that point where eco mode gets triggered. And that way, what the engineers promise will be manifested. Sometimes people get their egos struck, okay? Sometimes people just can't get beaten by a bloody scooter. Actually, let me take it. Taking another break, not like we need it or anything, but just taking it because I can. See, I can't really express how satisfied I am with the performance of this cute little thing right here. It has performed way beyond my expectations. It's a 30% battery right now, so we're just 5% away from the very thing that I would like to test, right? And 52 kilometers so far, so you know what? As a heavy guy, I believe if I shed a good 15 kilograms, then I might be able to squeeze out 80 kilometers range from this stuff, really. If you don't have any scooter right now, you don't know what you're missing. Look, have I broken any sweat? See my skin, see my face, it's all dried, okay? All right, so that's the Nami Klima. Comprehensive review up there at the top of the screen. And guys, get you one of these. Links in the description. It doesn't cost much. If it does cost a lot, then I mean, you only cry once, right? A wise man once told me that you only cry once. So you get yourself some expensive stuff, but as soon as you start enjoying it, you forget about how much you spent on it. Anyway, let's carry on. So what we're trying to do now is try to just a little bit conservative, even though I'm sounding like an hypocrite right now. But not for long. It's just trying to make it somewhere home before the eco mode gets triggered. Oh, Lord. That torque, it just always catches me off guard. Now we're going downhill. It says 28. Oh my Lord, you know how slow the eco mode is? So freaking slow, I don't want to be a part of it. Especially, I don't know, 12 kilometers from home? Actually, let me take here, okay? I'll find a shortcut. Or let me take inside town because it's fun. It's fun taking inside town. It's a whole lot more fun riding inside town than some shortcut. See, I'm doing the C mode with the turbo on, so maybe I'm not an hypocrite at the end of the day. Okay, just a little bit, just a little bit. Now D mode is 26%. All right, we have 26%, just 1% away from getting locked to the, my God, how arrogant certain people are. But if I break the law, then it's World War III. Alrighty, so now we're gonna maintain the D mode for as long as we can because I just don't want to get stuck somewhere 11, 12 kilometers away from home doing 14 kilometers per hour. You know, it's not that fun. Wait, Chivu, and that's exactly what I'm here to try. So we're doing 8 kilometers an hour now, going uphill. So just like the Nami engineers promised, as soon as you get to 25% battery life, you get stuck at 11 kilometers an hour. At least better than pushing 25 kilogram uphill. I'll be damned, I have to do that. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. I thought I was gonna be able to at least get somewhere, you know, kilometer from home or so. Not 10 kilometers away from home. But it's all good though. I wanted to test it. I was being stubborn and I finally found out. Like they say F around and find out. Well, I guess I did exactly just that. So 14 kilometers an hour now going downhill. The farthest I've gotten on that Kukurin G3 pole was like 30-ish something, right? So range anxiety has been eliminated thanks to intelligent Nami engineers. But I highly doubt we're gonna be able to climb hills with this kind of power, okay? Have like a massive hill right there before getting home. We'll see how the Klima is gonna handle that. Oh, uh-oh. I thought we were locked at eco mode. Sometimes I believe you're not just locked at eco mode, but you can always get that power back, right? For some reason, I pressed the D button and I was still able to use the D mode. Now I'm gonna be conservative a little bit because I'm still a good 8-9 kilometers away from home. So I'll save the D, I'll save it for the hills, and for now we can just do E like a grandma. This is so disgraceful. So far we got 59 kilometers and we're going at grandma's pace. Actually, don't let me turn. Let me just stick to this lane, okay? Because the more turnings you take, the harder it is for any vehicle, for that matter, to keep going, right? So 24 kilometers an hour, and we are stuck in eco mode. Oh yeah, back from the range test. A successful one, I'll say. You got 16 battery percentage left. Press on the M button and see what the Klima is telling us. If I was moving at the rate that I was moving, I'll have 26 kilometers range left. If I was moving at 14, 15 kilometers an hour that I was moving at, and it was maximum speed at 70 kilometers an hour. Wow, when did I do that? I didn't even notice I was ever going that fast. And the rear motor temperature is what you're seeing right there, and then the front one is 44 degrees. And what else? 66 kilometers. My God, 66 kilometers, folks. A little too far from what Nami claimed, but at the same time, he almost did twice what Kukurin did, so I'm not gonna fault it. And to be honest, I need to shed some weight, okay? Going down 15 kilos would get me a pretty decent range, but with the 66, and actually, just like you have the Nami shuts down somewhere around 25% battery, you're not stuck at that 25, okay? There's a setting. You can always reduce it to like 10, for instance, so that just that 10% is going to be used for your reserve. For now, you got 16% battery left, and it's pretty good, if you ask me. That's a successful one this time around, okay? Watch out for next video. I'll be making actually, I won't tell you, I'm looking at it right now. There's a new scooter in town that's coming up on this channel. I won't reveal it just yet, but in a couple of weeks, probably just in several days time, I'll be releasing the video. It's been real. I hope you enjoyed it like I did. I'll see you in the next one.